40 brutal truths about weight loss. Hi, I'm Charlie and I'm the co-founder of Potential Coaching, and over the past 3 years, we've helped transform over 500 people's lives. If you're looking for help with your weight loss journey, there'll be a link in the description below. Number one, you're not eating as little as you think. A lot of the foods that you'll be consuming might be a lot higher in calories than you think. It could be you're having a sausage roll, which seems like you're not having much food, but it could be 300 to 400 calories. Number two, the diet that worked for your friend might not necessarily work for you. You could have Karen down the road who is doing Weight Watchers and thinks it's absolutely amazing and works for her, but it might not be what works for you because everyone has a different approach that's gonna match their lifestyle, their standards, and what they can and can't do. The main thing to look at is to lose weight. It's always going to be a calorie deficit. Number three, you can't out-train a bad diet. No matter how much cardio you do, how many steps you do, how many times you go to the gym, if you're simply eating more calories than your body needs, you will not lose body fat. You will gain weight or maintain. Number four, cardio alone won't make you lean. When everyone wants this tone lean look, most of it is coming from weight training because they've built muscle, but to reveal this, they need to be in a calorie deficit. You need to be losing weight. You can't go to the gym and do all this cardio and expect to be lean. Number five, losing weight slowly is faster than starting again every 6 weeks. If you go in a cycle, you do a 6-week shred, then you come out of it and you go and put all that weight back on and you just keep repeating that loop, it's gonna take much longer to get to your goal than say you start in a smaller deficit that is sustainable and you can maintain, and you commit to that over 4 to 5 months. You will get to your result a little bit slower, but it will be more sustainable and you will learn habits along the way to maintain it. Number six, the scales lie, your habits don't. The scales can go up and down for so many reasons: water intake, cycles, how many carbs you have each day, but the big thing that's going to move the needle and see the results is your habits. If you know you're indulging in the evening, if you know you're not doing any type of movement, if you know you're not tracking your calories, these bad habits will result in you not losing weight. Number seven, you're probably not in a calorie deficit, you're just eating less food than you did yesterday. What I mean by this is if you're not tracking the calories that you are consuming every single day and you don't know that your exact number is putting you in a calorie deficit, you're not losing weight. A lot of people, when they start their diet trying to lose weight, oh, I eat healthy or I'm eating really good foods at the moment, but do you know if you're in a calorie deficit? Because you can eat really good foods in avocado. It's a healthy fat, but it's good in healthy fats, but it's highly calorific. Number eight, alcohol is quietly destroying your progress. With alcohol, they are empty calories. For every 1 milliliter, it equals 7 calories. You go out on the weekend, you can be knocking yourself out of your calorie deficit just by consuming alcohol. This isn't me being an advert for saying don't drink it. It's just going to be slowing the results down that you're working towards. Number nine, the lack of sleep makes fat loss impossible. Now, when you don't get enough sleep, your hormones can be slightly out. Now, you'll have an increase in ghrelin and a decrease in leptin. Ghrelin, hunger hormone; leptin, fullness hormone. What this means is, because you've got a lack of sleep, you're going to be a lot more hungry, which can result in you snacking a lot more, having bigger portions, eating more calories. Because you don't have that fullness hormone as much, you're not going to have the cues to stop. Number 10, stress will make you hold on to fat no matter how clean you eat. Got to remember, to lose weight, it's a calorie deficit, but when you have highly stress, high cortisol, your body is going to store that in the midsection as body fat. Number 11, you do not need a detox. Your liver does that for free. I see lots of juice cleanses. I see lots of sugar cleanses. Your liver is always working to detox your body from the crap that goes inside it. So stop wasting your money on these cleansing drinks. Number 12, motivation is unreliable. Systems will win. You cannot rely on being motivated all the time. There's going to be a time where you're not in the mood, you're not feeling it, and it's going to be so much harder to do. Whereas if you have a clear system in place of this is what I'm going to eat over the next 7 days, planning out that food. That is a system. That way, no matter how unmotivated you are, you already know what you're going to be having each day. Number 13, weekends are where most diets die. People treat the weekends like a massive reward for what they've done in the week, and it can knock them out of their calories. Yes, I understand you can be more social. Yes, I understand it's when you have more free time. But if you are over consuming over the weekend, no matter what you do in the week, it can knock you out of that deficit. Number 14, eating healthy and being in a calorie deficit is not the same thing. If you're looking to lose weight, it's all about being in a calorie deficit. You can lose weight from whatever your deficit is in just chocolate, in McDonald's. You will still lose weight there. Lots of people think, oh, I eat healthy, why am I not losing weight? It's because you are eating more calories than your body needs. Number 15, you've been underestimating your portion sizes your whole life. If you're not weighing out your food, if you do not know the quantities of each food that you're having, how do you know the exact calories that you're consuming? A lot of people will just pour in pasta and look at that as like, oh, that's a good portion for a bowl, but have you looked at the serving sizes? Have you looked at the breakdown? Probably not. Do you know exactly the amount of pasta that you're currently consuming? Number 16, most supplements are just a placebo. If you've looked at products like OxyShred, fat burners, which are just caffeine and green tea extract, they aren't what they're made out to be. You aren't gonna lose all this weight by taking this magic supplement. What you need to look at is some supplements, great, they can add an extra 1%, but you're not gonna take a fat burner and lose fat if you're still eating more calories than your body needs. Number 17, the reason you're not losing body fat is not because of your metabolism, it's because of your tracking. If you're not tracking all the foods, you're not going to know, but a lot of people will just briefly track. They'll track this here, track this there. They'll forget about liquid calories. They'll forget about condiments. And these can add up the extra calories. Or they're picking at stuff, they're having snacks out the cupboard and they're not accounting for these, which they could be 300 to 400 calories that aren't tracked. Number 18, consistency over 6 months is a lot better than perfection over 6 days. What you need to be looking at is what can you sustainably keep? What is a lifestyle change for you? It's better to be consistently good than occasionally great. Number 19, you'll have to eat less than what you want to, you just have to deal with it. There will get to a point where you might have to drop your calories even more. It's a positive because you've lost weight, which means then you have to drop your calories. I understand the negative of you have to eat less food, but it's a little short-term sacrifice for a long-term gain. Best way to look at it, short-term sacrifice for a long-term gain. Number 20, hunger is not an emergency. You can hold off if you feel a little bit hungry. You're a grown adult, you can wait 40 to 60 minutes, however long it is to get home, so then you can have what you've got in your house. You can have something that you can control. You don't need to be going into McDonald's because you're hungry and you need a snack. Take the time, wait until you get home. Fat loss plateaus are almost always a tracking problem, not biological. A lot of people will think, oh, my metabolism's slowed down, so I can't lose any more weight. Firstly, you might just have to drop your calories, but secondly, you might have got complacent with your tracking. You might not have tracked everything. Have you done the oils? Have you done the butters? Have you done the spreads? Have you done the bite of your kid's plate? Once you can be strict and know I have consumed everything from here, and you can honestly say, yep, that is it, then just drop your calories. Number 22, the fitness industry profits from you staying confused. There are so many people out there that will not give you the exact information that you need to lose weight because they're gonna find, oh, if I just give out this type of information, then people will start to buy from me. Then they'll just go through a cycle. They'll buy from me, they'll leave, they'll buy from me, they'll leave. Number 23, no food is bad, but some foods make it easier to overeat. The foods that are higher in fats will make it so much easier to overeat. Nuts, you've got also oils, you've got things like sweet treats that you love, you've got chocolates, all of these foods that are much more calorie dense, less volume, means you have to eat more to satisfy yourself. But also, a lot of these things are what your body is going to crave. And with that craving, it's going to make it so much easier to indulge. And because they got more calories in, That's why it's going to knock you out. But don't ever look at a food and think, oh my God, this is bad for me. All foods you can consume and lose weight. It's the quantities that you're having. Number 24, protein is the most important macro and most people will ignore it. Protein has a higher thermic value than carbs and fats, which means it takes more calories to digest than carbs and fats. A lot of people will struggle to get their protein in as well, which is totally understandable. With every protein source that you have, and just increase your serving size by 25 grams and you'll see it increase. The one thing that you want to look at protein as is it helps maintain your muscle mass, it will keep you fuller, and it has a higher thermic value. Number 25, if you're not building muscle, you're making weight loss harder than it needs to be. What I mean by this is when you have more muscle, it means you have a higher metabolic rate, which means you can eat more calories at rest. When you can eat more calories at rest, you're so much more satisfied because basically you can have more food. This is because the muscle that you've got takes more calories to maintain. Number 26, the all or nothing mindset has kept you stuck for years. If you're good in the week and then you have one day that's bad and it blows you out and you're like, oh, F it, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. That's what's kept you stuck. What you need to look at is one bad meal, one bad day will not undo months worth of progress. Yes, the next day you might see the scales go up. Yes, you might feel a little bit deflated, but the biggest thing that you need to do is get back on track. And the easiest way to do that is just controlling what you can control. Whether that's just tracking your food for a day so you feel back into the routine. Maybe it's tracking your food and doing some steps. Build these habits that when you feel like you're falling off the wagon, you do, and they just add as much control into your day as possible. Number 27, your body adapts to everything. You have to keep pushing it. Whether it be a calorie deficit, whether it be when you're weight training, whether it when you're endurance training. All of these things are stimuluses to the body. Over a period of time, it's going to adapt to them. So you have to add a new stimulus, whether that's increasing your weights in the gym, whether that's increasing the pace that you run at, whether that's dropping your calories to be able to lose more body fat because your body has adjusted to the calories you're consuming. Number 28, being sore doesn't always mean you've had a good workout. The soreness that comes is called DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness. Now this happens when you are pushing your body. You create slight micro tears, which then the body recovers and heals back. Sometimes people will say, oh, I did an ache after this workout, so it must be going wrong. The more consistent you are with lifting, the more consistent you are with training, your body's going to not ache as much during these workouts. It doesn't mean you're not creating them tears. It doesn't mean it wasn't a good workout. It's just your body's better at adapting to these things. Number 29, water retention will mask fat loss for weeks. Your body can hold on to water for a long time. Women in their cycle, it could hold up for 10 days before their period, and you can see the scales creeping up. And a lot of people will quit because they think they're either gaining weight or they're not just losing body fat. What you've got to look at is week to week, month to month scales. If you can see them changing there, you are losing weight. Number 30, the best diet is the one that you can stick to. Let that just sink in. Number 31, social events will always exist. You just need to learn how to navigate them, not avoid them. You're gonna hate your life if you're not going to these social events. It might be a birthday party that you want to go to, an anniversary, just your friends meeting up that you haven't seen in ages. It's better to learn how to navigate them and what to do in these situations rather than just going, oh, I'm gonna miss this. And then 2 weeks down the line, you're hating what you're doing and you just end up binging. Number 32, eating at maintenance isn't failure, it's a strategy. Sometimes in your calorie deficit, you might have to go into a little diet break, which is when you're gonna take yourself to maintenance, eat at that for a little while so your body and your mind can have that reset. But also, when you're eating at maintenance, you are maintaining weight. So if the scales go up a little bit, it doesn't mean you're gaining body fat, you are maintaining. Number 33, you're not craving food, you're craving dopamine. What I want you to do is whenever you are hungry or wherever you want something, ask yourself this question, am I hungry or am I just bored? If you are just bored, then that's the dopamine that you're craving. If you're actually hungry, wait 20 to 30 minutes, see if the feeling goes, because again, you could be bored without actually thinking about it. And then if you're still hungry after that time, go give yourself a snack or have your next meal. Number 34, BMI is a flawed metric. Body composition is what matters. BMI is one of the worst metrics to go off because you could be super muscly and classed as overweight. If you look at someone like Anthony Joshua, probably considered as obese on a BMI scale. Number 35, most people give up before it gets good. You have to look at it as not every single day, not the first couple of weeks in a calorie deficit, you're gonna see all these results. It's all about staying consistent to what you're working towards, and then it starts to get good. Luck is paid off by people that are consistently trying. Number 36, the transformation photos you are comparing yourself could be years of progress. You could be looking at these fitness influencers, you could be looking at these social media influencers, and they could be showcasing their results. You don't know how long they've been working. If you've just started your journey and you're comparing yourself to someone like that, it's going to be completely different. You just got to look at it as you're on your own journey, you are getting your own results. So take a step back and focus on what you're working towards. Number 37, no one is coming to save you. You have to want it more than you want to be comfortable. You have to get used to being uncomfortable. When it comes to losing weight, you're going to have times when you're hungry, you're going to have times when you're tired. If you want to get to the goal that you're working towards, you just have to suck it up and get used to that. Number 38, your gut bacteria, your hormones, and your sleep will affect your hunger more than your willpower does. If you've got poor sleep, you're going to crave more food. If you're a woman, you're going through your cycle, you might start to crave more food. All of these things will have an impact on your actual cravings. Your willpower is just the thing that you think is the first thing to go. Number 39, the goal shouldn't be just to lose weight. It should be to build a body that you can maintain. If you're just focusing on a number, on a metric, once you've hit that, what is next? Your mind is always going to be locked into these goals. Set a goal that is lifetime maintainable. It is maintaining this goal for life. Number 40, you already know what to do, you just haven't decided to do it yet. There's a lot of people that will spend the time talking about what they need to do. They won't actually take the actions. If you like this video, please make sure you like and subscribe. I'm going to be posting 2 weight loss videos every single week to help you with your journey.